My name is Shikta Gupta. I'm a faculty member and assistant professor in the Division of Geriatrics at Montefiore Medical Center. So I've been there in Kings Harbor Nursing Home for almost 10 to 11 years now.
My name is Kendra Morris, and I'm currently at LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, and I currently work at Kings Harbor Nursing Home.
The first patient I suspected of having COVID was actually a very sweet lady with dementia who would sit next to the nursing station the whole day, and she's the first one who got a high fever.
Right then and there, we started, putting orders for labs and kept monitoring the patient because we didn't know really what was going to happen.
All the energy and focus was on trying to hold the tsunami of sick people that were coming our way that we were completely, none of us were prepared for, even in our wildest dreams. One of the first things we did was we stopped all the activities that were done as a community. So that involved the group lunches in the dining hall and that involved bingo, recreation activity like birthday parties or religious get together. So all those were those were the first things that was stopped. When the family members were stopped from visiting their loved ones in the nursing home for infection control measures, it was necessary. But for the patients, it was a huge psychological setback. What it means is that these elderly, frail people, they're in their room all the time, not really talking to anyone except maybe their roommate or the nursing that comes in and out.
Instead of having these families come in and know what's going on, it's like you have to constantly being the patient's advocate and also being the family's advocate because now you have to be on the phone constantly telling them what's going on. We try to keep the families abreast as much as possible.
Hi, my name is Brunelda Garcia. My uncle was at the nursing home just less than a year.
JS was one of my patients at the nursing home, and he was a funny guy.
He liked to dabble in the acting. He was just one happy, jolly fellow.
Happy birthday to you. First, I thought this was gonna pass him by. I really did. And one day when I came to work and they said he had a temperature, and then eventually he just kept going downhill.
Well, we were going to lose him once Dr. Gupta told me that he tested positive.
He was very clear about staying in house, not going to the hospital. I communicated his decision to his niece.
And Dr. Gupta was reassuring me, calling me every day toward the end, even after she went home. She called me from home. And I says, I just want him to go peacefully. And yes, that's what she gave me. And I appreciate that.
Most families, after speaking to the doctor, they realize that the better thing to do is leave them at the nursing home. So sometimes you sending them to the hospital is really not even doing them any good. It just makes them hurt more because you're gonna put them through going through CPR. You're gonna put them through waiting in the ER for hours. At the nursing home, they're around people that they know and they're loved by, who will, stay there and hold their hand. We still try to feed them until we can't feed them anymore. We still take care of them. We still give them the care that they need.
Sometimes the families or the patients prefer to not go to the hospital. They want to be comfortable where they are. Not everybody wants to be on a ventilator. And if that's an informed choice that the staff made with the patient, they will die in the nursing home. It's very frustrating to see that all the nursing home deaths are being labeled as it seems like that nobody cared for them and there were bodies piling up, which is completely untrue. This is as far from reality as it gets. So that is the frustrating part because the staff is working really hard. They know these patients very well. The families are being informed. And sometimes that's the choice they make.
The biggest challenge for me over the last month or so was actually trying to hold on to my patients. We're like their second family. In the end, we have 40 beds in our unit and we lost 8. At one time, I broke down crying because I felt like everything we were doing, it just wasn't enough. Even though we did everything that we could do.
We pick ourselves up and we trudge on till we go home, whether it's in the shower or by yourself or driving back home. That's when our tears come out because we've lost people we've loved as patients, or even a co-staff members, or that's when the grief settles in our hearts. So actually, most of us are going to be scarred forever to some degree.
At the end of the day, we're healthcare workers. We in this because we love what we do and we want to save lives.
Most of the people who pick up medicine as a career uh, have some sort of empathy in their heart and they do want to help people. I was born and brought up in India. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to make a difference, and I came here to pursue further studies. Being in this area, you tend to see in New York area a lot of immigrant population. In the field of medicine, you tend to see a little bit more. And when you come to the nursing staff or even physicians or speech therapy, physical therapy, janitorial staff, all of them, we just tend to see a beautiful variety of people from all over the world. And they all come with beautiful different values and cultures. And one thing they all have is passion and dedication. And I felt that I can give my heart and soul and actually make a difference to the older folks. So, and I not regretted even a day after making that decision to go into the field of geriatrics. It's the most fulfilling thing I've achieved in my life.